My name is Solanche Robert, and this is my Oildown story. When I was younger, I didn't know much about, coming from a creative family, but I was allowed to, design my own things, create little things, postcards and color and those kind of things. Um, and when I went to Riverside Government School, those were the years that I really explored my hands, into that creativity. There was a neighbor of mine, he was a retired man from England, and he saw my creativity and would always support by bringing me crayons and markers and all things creative. Then I went to Grenada SDA Comprehensive School. Although art was not offered there as an area of study, I still allowed myself to, be creative as much as possible. But then I decided that there was more to me than just math and English, and I wanted to really explore my creativity. So I went to college in Grenada, and that's where I decided to make my first uniformed approach to art and design. And from then on, I went to teach at Grenville Secondary School, art and design, social studies, etc., for quite a few years. And then I worked at Belmont Estate in marketing and social, media, advertising, preparing myself for in 2013, where I would actually open my own art gallery and Conference Grenada. And since then, it's just been an upward journey. Went to the US, got featured in the New York Daily newspaper twice, had my first solo exhibition at the Permanent Mission of Grenada to the United Nations. And, from one to the next, I had a book illustration in 2014 written by a local Grenadian author. And so it's just been a beautiful journey since, from one to the next, and it can only get better from here. My major challenge, I think, is having lost my mom recently. And, her death came at a point in my life where I'm just really discovering myself, really discovering what are my likes, what are my dislikes, what are the things that I enjoy doing, and how do I really intend to impact the world by the things that I'm doing. And, just when I made one major change in my life, then comes this tragedy. And so now I am brought in a position where I have to learn and unlearn certain things that would actually propel me into where I want to be. So it's an ongoing challenge where I'm dealing with this grief, as well as trying to allow myself to be where I need to go. Grenada is very special to me. It's the place where I was born. 100% Grenadian. I appreciate my upbringing. I appreciate my heritage. I appreciate my culture. My ability to paint the way I do, I owe it all to Grenada. My inspiration from day one could not have come from anywhere else but Grenada. My favorite quote or motivational line to myself is something that I would have had to learn, and something that I would have had to practice in my journey to becoming who I am. And it's something that I tell myself every day. You make a plan and you work with it. And even if that plan changes, you do what the soul feels. My advice to the younger generation would go along the lines of my speech, my motivation for myself. And that is, you don't stop creating. You don't stop being yourself. Even if you're not heard, or you're not being seen, or you may think that you're going unnoticed, or you may feel like you're alone in your journey, don't stop. You just never know your day of breaking. Like I said, You make a plan, you work with it, and even if that plan changes, you do what the soul feels. I think the way forward for this world or for our generation is that we each embrace our own. We embrace what we are able to do. And we do not need the approval of anyone to be ourselves.